What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us on the live stream chat tonight. We're super excited. We got a couple people here waiting already. Before we get too lost in the sauce, let's go around and introduce everybody that we have here. Adam, let's go with you first.
Like I was introduced, my name is Adam. I play Silas on The Shifting Realms. I'm happy to see you. And I'll pass it over.
This way.
Kate, I play Ireless on The Shifting Realms, favorite witch.
And who is this? Who is this new friend joining us to the right? Oh no, Maddie, we can't hear you.
Hear you.
The Fae took their course.
That's completely okay. Maddie, while you fix that, we'll appropriately vamp and get everything correct. For those of you that haven't realized, because I've already said their name twice, we have Maddie joining us as well. Resident lore keeper, visiting Equina, an individual helping to pull many of the strings from behind the scenes of everything that's happening. And oftentimes the person who's actually sitting right here off camera within 1 to 2 feet away from me during all of our sessions. You just don't know it.
Yeah, if you ever see me look over there, did you hear that? That's what I'm looking at.
So here's what we're doing. This is the first time we've ever done something like this in this specific way, but we've come together and we've got a couple of important updates that we wanted to share with everybody tonight. So we figured that we could come together, share some of the updates, and then also give you all a chance to ask just some general questions to the cast specifically, questions about characters, questions about lore, anything else that you might be relatively interested in, or maybe not even interested in, but you just want to get our opinions on the current things and how they're happening. But I want to share kind of with the start. The big update portion of tonight's conversation is a little bit of an update of what's going to go on behind the scenes with the show over the next couple of months. So for those of you who are here, you're probably aware of how we're currently running things. We've got this beautiful setup in collaboration and partnership with Guardtower Studios based out of Columbus, Ohio. We've been very fortunate and very lucky to utilize the studio built in the Guardtower game store here in the western part of Columbus. And it's to be honest, it's been remarkably helpful. We would not have been able to do the things that we have currently done without the equipment, without the supplies, and without the person power that they have provided us for over the past year and a half. And with that said, there's also always opportunities to grow and go and move on to maybe not better, but to at least different things. And some of the work that's being done over in Guardtower Studios and Guardtower Games, we're trying to make sure that they have space. So what we have decided behind the scenes is we are going to be taking a step back from the space over in Guardtower Studios. No hard feelings, no bad blood. It's been a remarkably beneficial and mutual relationship, but they've got a couple of new games, a couple of new shows coming in over there. And it's just a lot of work to ensure that we're setting up all of our stuff on Tuesday, tearing down all of our stuff on Tuesday, when they're going to go in and do their shows on Wednesday. Now, what you all get as a final product is all of our beautiful heads on a screen hanging out, looking at you. But what you don't see is the 2.5 to 3.5 hours of setup beforehand to make sure that everything looks the way that it needs to look. So this is giving us an opportunity to kind of give them some of their space and give them some of their time back. Now, the reasonable follow-up question is, okay, well, what does that mean moving forward? Because we're an actual play. We want to actually play together in person. We're not giving that up. So we're doing some renovations. Over the next couple of weeks and possibly the next couple of months, we are going to be augmenting, renovating, updating, and beautifying my basements, the location that I currently am residing in here, to turn this into a little bit of a semi-recording space, an opportunity for us to continue to bring the same stories, the same content, the same adventures, and the same faces that you already are aware of. We're really excited about this, but it's going to take just a little bit of time. And that time is what we're really asking for a little bit of grace and leniency on. So moving forward for at least probably the next 4 or 5 weeks, we will be postponing and pausing our regular new episode drops. We typically drop new episodes every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, here domestic time, but we need a little bit of time to use our Tuesdays and use our Wednesdays for building, right? We gotta make some purchases, we gotta make some moves, like we gotta do some things. Now we're gonna keep recording as much as we possibly can, so we've got a really good buffer, but we're gonna hold on to those so that we can release Arc 3 with a lot of good footing, a strong foundation beneath our feet, and to know that we are comfortably settled in our new space, which just so happens to be the space literally directly behind me. So we here on the screen, we've been talking about this for a couple of weeks. We've been having conversations with Guardtower and James Lowe, who oversees Guardtower Studios, and it's been, honestly, it's been a great thing. We're probably going to be hanging out with them for at least like the next month or two, just in this transitional period. But we just believe in being like kind of upfront, transparent. I would hate for you to log in one Wednesday and be like, strange, where is this week's Shifting Realms episode? And now you're going to know why and where we're using our time and our efforts. So I wanted to get that out there. Adam, Kate, Maddie, if your mic's working, anything else you want to add into that message, into that update?
I do. I wanna acknowledge that we are taking the spirit of a bunch of people coming to hang out and play a great game together, like all home games are, and we are transitioning that quite literally into a home game in Roger's basement, as the tabletop gods demand.
True.
And I can't wait.
The shift into the dungeon is going to be so fun.
Yep. It will be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of work. A lot of time, a lot of person hours, but I think it's going to be worth it. I think it's going to be really fun. So I'm looking forward to it in a sick and twisted way, because I know it's going to be a lot of stress and a lot of pressure and a lot of time, but I'm looking forward to the final product, and I'm really excited because I think you all are going to really enjoy it and appreciate it too. It's going to give us an opportunity to do some things that we can't currently do. Right now, we're very nicely able to use somebody else's space, but we got to be really mindful of how we leave it and to not kind of like overstay some of the opportunities that we have there. But here, the only person that we're going to have to answer to is me in my basement, and my basement's not always that clean in general, so that's going to be okay. Like, we can do some other things here, we can do some other types of filming, some other videos, so we're excited, we're pumped about that. Now, besides the videos not popping up for the next couple of weeks, we're still going to be, for the most part, active on like Discord. We're still going to be around, like we're still like around and actively working on the content that is the Shifting Realms. Like, this doesn't end just because a couple of videos don't get posted. So we still want to hear your questions. We still want to know any of your theories. You want to talk lore. If you're still getting caught up on older episodes, like, please, we want to keep talking about that. So the adventure doesn't end just because we're moving our home base for the adventure. What do you have here, Shadow? You're going to consider this leniency? This time, everybody gets one. Everybody gets one, says Shadow. We get one transgression, and apparently we've cashed it in. Now, Shadow, do we get one transgression per calendar year, or is this like a one and done thing for like the rest of our lives? Because I think that will change how we feel about this.
I feel like we've given 2 arcs, so we should get 2 transgressions.
Yeah. We get one transgression per arc.
I've been corrected. And
apparently we're wrong.
One per year.
We'll take it.
Okay, well, one per IRL year or one per the calendar year?
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm. So we're only 5 months in, right?
I think I see another addendum down there.
Per person.
Okay, well, we're about to transgress so hard this next calendar year.
All of us are transgressing at the same time.
This one's you, Roger.
Per person is generous, all things considered.
Maddie, we're gonna have to borrow yours at some point.
I don't know if I count. I don't appear really. I don't think I count.
This is like some sort of Fey contract. Now we need to know, is it per player character? Or
per player character,
There's
and that one person
here.
who sits in the corner like a gopher.
Those
Per
are the
gopher.
There's layers. There's layers to this. There's layers to this. Um, Okay. Well, I mean, for the most part, I think that's like the big announcement for the most part out of the way. So we're hoping that if you have any questions about that, we're happy to field any of those questions. But I do want to like still make this an opportunity for those of you that are gathered here, for those of you who have any like questions or comments. If there is literally anything that you want to hear or want to know, you've got Adam, you've got Kate, you've got Maddie, who knows as much of the lore about this world, if not somehow arguably more than the rest of us about this world. This could be a really good opportunity to put in a couple of questions. And I'm not going to put any of the players here on the spot either, but just like we've done in some of the fireside chats, if you've got any specific questions or theories or things that you just want to put out there or ask me, feel free to fill the space with your own thoughts and questions as well. So open call for anyone who has them. Maddie, you're included.
I have questions.
Yeah, questions about the lore you're helping me write.
We can be here forever. We can be here forever. No.
So the backup character Ripcord that you had us make.
Welcome in, Kate. Welcome in. Welcome in, Kate.
Oh,
I was confused.
I was also confused. I was like,
Hodge is not me.
I think you know how the chat works, Kate.
I was confused about how I figured out how the chat works, but I didn't type anything on the screen.
Okay, awesome. Awesome.
That's
Kate's
funny.
been here the whole time.
Welcome. Welcome.
Hi, Kate.
Welcome in.
The floor is open for questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, now that you know how the chat works, put a question in it.
And
All right, I'm going to think
because-
really hard, and a question will magically appear in the chat from Kate Hodge, which is definitely me.
The other Kate.
That's not a question.
As
That's
the
just a
resident Fey contract expert here, I will
Yeah.
say transgression per person was not limited to the crew. So I think they also get transgressions. And this would be a very fun time to use them, but that's on you.
That's true. I'll accept that. Oh, hold on. We have a question, actually. We
Okay.
have a question. We have a question, and the question is, will we see more of Karnath and his background? Will we see more of Karnath and his background? Hey, big shout out for spelling Karnath's name right. I love that. The answer is yes.
Will we ever find out what the excuse me, H stands for in his middle name?
It's possible. I don't know if he's ever been asked in game what his middle name is. I don't remember if that's the case. But I don't know if was I talking to you, Adam, or was I may have been talking to Noah. I can't remember who I was talking to, but I was talking to somebody, and my exact words were, it's really going to be a shame when the party realizes that this game, that Karnath is the protagonist, and you all are playing the support roles for Karnath H Oddball. Obviously, it's a joke, but it's funny. But I will say this: Karnath was. I wrote a lot of the main campaign story around Karnath as a character, because Karnath is not just a goofy, funny little guy, but is like, I don't know. It's a really cute idea in my head, and he's central to the overall plot and the overall lore of the world in such an integral way that I'm hopeful that by the time we get to the end of the story, it is fully realized. I'm not going to spoil anything for the current arc, because I know that not everybody watching tonight is caught up, but the current arc that Karnath is going through right now is an arc that is flavored by every single one of the characters. Arc 1 and Arc 2 was Karnath trying to show the characters who he was. End of Arc 2 and Arc 3 is each of the players like sullying him with a little bit of their own personality. And so Karnath is becoming very different by the end of Arc 3 going into Arc 4. And I think it's going to have a really good payoff by the end of the story.
He's like a little sponge.
And a sponge can be trained.
And
Yeah,
used.
so true. I don't know if anybody would be upset. Maybe the players would be upset if they're not the hero, but they are the hero also. And Karnath is just a hero with them.
Okay, you know what? That's actually a good segue to a question I have.
Let's go.
Does Ireless feel like a hero?
No. 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 Definitely not. I don't. For sure not. How about Silas?
I'm pretty confident the answer is also no. Silas is just
Yay.
doing their job.
Yeah.
That makes me feel so good that you don't feel like heroes in the most sick and twisted way possible. Because I think at the beginning of this game, I don't know if we ever said this on camera, audience, but there were a couple of times where I think the players came to me and they were like I thought this was like a grim dark campaign, but like everything's been like kind of like Karnath's pretty silly and like all the stuff that's happening is like, yeah, like the world's bad, but like where's the grim dark stuff? Like, and when's that coming in?
And Korea.
Yeah, and
Things happen.
yeah, and then things happen, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, because like I feel like you all are heroic adventurers that are gonna do something that is objectively heroic, but I think it is the classic fantasy trope of, wow, we did it, and I feel worse off having gone through this experience, but I'm glad that I was the one who had to do it because I wouldn't wish this on somebody else. Like, that's the type of heroic, grimdark energy that I see and hear that pays off in a world like this. Because if you all just have like some fancy parade at the end of the game, like, oh, look at the magical heroes that saved everyone. Like, no, that's like not how this works. It's going to be like, you all paid such a great cost, and now you're going to go off to like, it's just like, you're just going to go Sinest somewhere, and it's going to be the end of this. They're going to like retire you away if individuals survive and make it. But yeah.
Bless you for using the word Sinest. Lovely. There was a moment that it sparked just a little bit for Ireless at the end of Arc 1 when we were in the, like, everybody gathered in the town, and we walked in, and like Icarus had his hood up because he was trying to hide, and I like pulled his hood off to make him stand there and be proud. But that was quickly dashed, like as soon as we left.
Yeah.
Port Haven, end of Arc 1, Port Haven it could have been a good mini campaign by itself, because you had the random adventurers traveling together, not traveling together, finding themselves together, and becoming forced fast friends. The events take place in the short span of 1 week. But in that massive 1 week, they accomplished so much, and you could have just ridden off in the sunset and gone your separate ways, and it been a cool story. But I've said it before, I'll say it again. That's like the prologue tutorial zone of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And then like you all left the gates of Port Haven and you're like, oh, that was just the training zone where everything was like kind of like contained. And then Korea got weird.
I think Port Haven was really interesting. Looking back on it, if I'm just an average citizen in Port Haven, I'm not sure that my life is better after that week.
But it
Honestly,
wasn't worse from us.
It was, actually.
Yeah.
If we hadn't been there, it would have been much worse than... Right?
The people...
Objectively true, but from a random person's perspective.
I have no idea.
They don't know. They don't know everything that happened.
The people that were returned to their families, like there was a return to normal, even if life was still pretty rough and pretty challenging afterwards. I don't know. It's kind of like, would you rather know or not know type of energy. And some people might be like, oh, wow, things were better beforehand, even though, you know, I was in the dark. Whereas other people are like, no, it's better to be really miserable, but at least I know the truth type of energy.
Wow, yeah. Isn't that like a weird thematic statement that you just made for no reason at all?
Hold on. We've got another question from Kate Hodge, the other Kate here. I haven't quite caught up yet, but I'm wondering if we get more backstory highlight energy with Ireless in the coming episodes.
So
Where are you right now,
once
Kate?
again, Kate Hodge is not me. I am not currently in the chat asking questions about my own character.
Seems suspicious.
We know that Kate Hodge is in or just out of Korea.
Yeah. I think they last we saw episode 32, 33, 34. Oh, wait, end of episode 33.
Okay. I don't have my book with me, so what does that mean for us?
End of episode 33, we have seen a pretty big climactic fight in Korea, and that means they're on the other side of the big climactic fight in Korea.
All right.
Enoch.
Backstory?
Oh, the Enoch reveal, yeah.
Okay. We will be getting more Ireless backstory, I think. It's like on the precipice, right? We are going to Frostholm. Is that a spoiler?
We are on the
Spoiler, I'm
shores of a
sorry.
great revelation.
There
Yeah,
you go.
Yeah. You all are canonically, timeline wise, you all will be about to travel from Korea. There's a great montage that happens, but before the montage, you all stay at a very certain bed and breakfast, a very certain inn, and there's some revelation. There's some revelation on
Not
the road.
backstory, but forward story.
Yeah, I mean, forward, backward, whatever type of story you want to tell.
There's a lot of friction upcoming in the story.
A lot of motion. Kate, this is all bad. Yes, there is definitely some really important Ireless lore coming up that was a surprise to me too. So, absolutely.
Hey, Adam, why don't you take this next question?
All right. I haven't seen them active in chat a lot, but I welcome everyone. People new to tabletop games, general, random member of the public here. Do you think Jabanu is going to get a magic staff soon? I think Jabanu probably has like 4 of them, but none of them are like, nice enough to be seen with. They're probably super like powerful, but like gnarly looking over time.
I would
When
say
you have hundreds of years of being beautifully eclectic, I feel like you just gather things,
I would pose the question back to Ben F., who's definitely just a random member of the public. If they think that Jabanu is more interested in magic staffs or food.
You can only have one. You can only pick one thing: food or magic staff.
Yeah, we've only budgeted for one.
It's going to be food.
That's no
You
doubt
trade
about
all
it.
of your
Should be
staves, all of your staves for food.
So, are you asking me why I had to kill off Luscious Lucius, or are you asking the party why they didn't appreciate Lucius until it was too late? And I know not everyone falls into that category.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah. Ah.
I did it. I didn't kill him.
You can't open with "I did it" and then backtrack immediately.
I was the worst one.
Yeah.
I was the worst one to Lucius. Hey, look, I'm playing a character. I wouldn't have done that in real life.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
I know the vague answer to that question. I'm not allowed to answer it, so that's all you get from me. I'm sorry.
How
That's true.
vague and unhelpful, Maddie. I love you.
Such a typical Maddie answer.
Yeah.
The
If Maddie
machinations
knows
of my mind
something-
are an enigma.
That's so true. But if Maddie knows something, Maddie knows it for a reason. So now it's like it should be both concerning, alarming, and confusing that Maddie has an answer to it.
Yeah, definitely alarming. It means there's some big.
And to clarify, we do not.
No.
I make a lot of accidental eye contact during the game, and I've learned that I need to look down if something is happening.
But that's a give. That's tell.
I
Yeah.
I'm real poker face.
I hate that you have caught on to that because I do look to you when things are happening.
Okay, to be fair, I also look to see if you're catching innuendo jokes and what your face is doing. Once I've confirmed that Joe is perturbed.
Oh, Joe. Yeah. Lucius had to die. He had to die so that you all could live. And that's as simple as that.
Thanks, Lucius.
He was
He died for your sins.
no. He was what he was.
Are you saying Lucius was a martyr?
Aren't we all?
He has
Aren't
been-
we all?
This is a direct question.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all in a way?
I'm suspicious. I'm looking at the chat. I'm suspicious that Ben F actually doesn't watch any of the episodes. So I'm surprised he was able to guess the name of Jabanu.
Sorry.
In my mind, the show is about 10% innuendo.
That's the low end, I think.
15% concentrated power as well.
I have a question
Sure.
from the chat in my head.
Yeah.
Roger, did you expect eggs to be such an important thematic element of the Shifting Realms?
The simple answer is no. I knew that the egg in Arc 1 was going to be important. And then there's like weird symbolism that you could I can't answer this question as correct as I would like to answer this question because it would give away some big spoilers for the audience and for even you all. There are a few like symbolic nods to like cradles of life and like something coming from like what came first, like type of energy with like egg, right? There's much egg lore. Yeah. But the player stuff I didn't expect. The giant omelet was so funny. And so, yeah, exactly. Arc 2, Sightless Omelet is what the entire arc is called. I didn't think about that. That will, depending on what you've seen so far, various like training or like meals or things that have been prepared. That's the beauty of like TTRPGs though, because it's silly little one-off things that aren't originally important that become the most central to the player's story, even if it's not the DM story.
Yeah. I love
So
it.
yeah. But yeah, the egg lore galore, but in different ways than I anticipated.
I have a question for the chat.
Yeah. Flip it and reverse it.
Chat, have you ever had the pleasure of cracking a bunch of quail eggs? Because let me tell you, I used to raise quail and sell the eggs to a restaurant in town in Columbus. And so we would have a lot of extra quail eggs, and they take forever to open. I have made a quail egg omelet. There's a special set of scissors that snips the top of the egg off. Otherwise, you just end up with shell everywhere.
I feel like if I were to make a quail egg omelet,
Kate Hodge knows.
I would get one of those like comically small little pans.
I had one.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, it was like this big.
yes, exactly, perfect.
Yep. Ben F.
Ben F, you're funny, man. Have you ever thought about going into TTRPG actual plays?
Yeah, where are you located
Yeah, man. Are you local?
specifically?
Like, are you within or without a radius of, I don't know, like 300
1,000
yards of my house? Yeah. At this time, legally, you have to tell me. What's such a specific place?
I'm so glad that the chat is familiar with quail eggs. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, Shifting Realms chat. It's a place to talk about quail eggs. People have been saying that for a very long time.
Forever.
It's happening.
I do have a question for Adam and Kate. With all of the compounding issues, I'm not talking necessarily about the end of the world because that all dogpiles into it, but like of all the specific things, you know, a certain shadowy rude chess man causing problems and being vague and also not vague, people running around with your face doing crimes, vampires and dragons being a problem all at the same time. What for your characters is the thing that has the most worried out of just like a specific thing?
Oh.
If you could pick one.
You first.
My answer changed dramatically with a recording that I was a part of last night.
Oh.
Some of you saw me chatting live during the recording.
Hold on a second. I'll get that live. I'll get that chat.
So you're afraid of the potential uses of...
I think party conflict is going to be at an all-time high. Buy party conflict stocks now. Buy now.
Bye.
Yeah, that's what I think Silas is most afraid of. Monsters are what they are. You either have to face them, have to figure out how to deal with them, and how to get past that.
Do we see it? Is that streaming right now?
This is live from last night.
Yeah,
It was live last night.
yeah, live from yesterday.
Live from New York. It's last night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
I mean,
God, Hodge,
you either
you're
just
absolutely
do it.
right.
A soul's a powerful thing. And with that, Kate, what is your answer? What is Ireland most afraid of? And is it snakes?
It's not snakes. She's surprisingly down with snakes. Let's see. Most afraid of probably being alone. Which will be interesting. So it's that like loneliness. Maybe it's my real life creeping into it actually. As I work remotely half of the week and I'm literally by myself several days in a row.
When you're in a haunted house, are you ever really alone?
Look, if you see a ghost behind me, do not tell me. Yeah, loneliness. Loneliness is what she's most afraid of right now. And I think that I've said that in game. Maybe not that that's my biggest fear, but I recall saying to Silas, actually, I never wanted to be alone.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Yep.
It's terrifying. I get it. Again. Oh. I mean, I'm not telling you to forsake your own personal wellness, Kate, in order to get caught up. But what I am saying is, separate from that comment, that the content should be absorbed as quickly as possible to really enjoy it. yeah. Just no, absorb. I mean, like pace yourself and make good choices, and also like, just
If you
do
have
it.
a phone and a computer, you could watch 2 episodes at the same time.
And I hear if you play one of them forwards and one of them backwards at the same time, then
You You actually hear the plot of the final episode if you do that.
Yeah.
It will not be lockets. Thanks,
No.
Kate. Yeah, we know that. Yeah.
Not afraid of
I am
at
so,
all.
I love that you just got to the second instance of locket interaction.
That
and
was
immediately
funny.
tagged me in the chat.
That was actually very funny.
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
It really
Oh, my-
makes my day to see these comments and get added in random chats and being like, yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do this for you. So
I mean, I will neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah.
I've already had several side chats with Roger about how that may or may not go.
again, ominous
for
and
the certain forest dweller. So, you know, it will be pleasant for the great man. But that's not
Big boy eating grapes.
yo, Ben, you're a funny guy.
Yeah, man, you should come try out.
Yeah.
We could test you out. We could do like a screen testing or something in my basement.
We
Yeah.
won't keep two Bens, so
Yeah. You could have them fight or something. Are you in good physical shape, Ben F? Do you think you could fight another Ben? I hope so.
We should all sit here quietly until
Until we get the answer.
yeah.
You should just have them do a grape eating contest. I'm sure that'll go well.
You know, we exist in this video realm, but like chat exists in its own realm. So if
So
we're trying to
true.
get answers out of this Ben F, we need like Shadow and Kate to get after him.
Oh my god. It's true. Yeah,
You
it's
send
true.
Well-
them virtual grapes then?
virtual grapes.
Yeah, like
It's our
emoji.
meta currency.
Oh, okay.
Grape token.
Oh, Ben is the big boy eating grapes. Okay.
So
Yeah.
I interpret that answer actually as a yes to my question, because I you know what, Ben, wherever you are, Giovanni, wherever you are, I don't know if you could handle a big boy eating grapes. I think big boy eating grapes wins 9 times out of 10 in a fight.
Especially if
Probably
he has
is.
the magic staff.
Oh my god. Well, are there any more pressing questions from the chat? Anybody who's watching has anything they want to know about? Anything from Maddie, from Kate, from Adam about setting or lore or direction or upcoming stuff that's not like super spoilery or theories? Just a last call for any final questions before we bring our little miniature hangout, mainly update and FYI to a wrap tonight.
Not seeing anything else pop up in the chat. It's okay. Take a minute to think.
Yeah, we'll vamp. We'll
A
vamp.
moment to think.
A moment.
Yeah.
Think. This question is from someone else, not me.
In the ether.
Yep. Who is Roger? Not who is Roger. Roger, who are the top 3 hottest NPCs?
Okay, hold on. Let me pull out my
Actually,
actual.
I'm
let
going
me
to
pull out
ask
my
that of
actual
everyone.
note sheet.
Everyone. Top 3 hottest NPCs, including Ben F. And Kate and Shadow, if you want to chime in.
Okay, top 3 hottest NPCs. I would probably say Torrent. Torrent is designed to be one of the hottest female presenting NPCs.
Ever. To exist.
The only reason I say that, the only reason I frame it in like is designed to be this, like I know
Yeah, living
Like-
or dead.
she's grating to some character types. Like it's funny to me that like there are several characters that will never appreciate her, but the concept of a true laissez-faire, no cares in the world, like chaotic entity that is just here to like serve their own whims and whimsy and just be like a hot like boss lady at the same time, like she's up there in my list. Lady Ari was If things would have gone differently, I think she would have been more important in later arcs. But because of how arc 1 ended, she is not as important anymore. So I'm not going to put her up on the list. Lucius is rugged. He's like that. He's attractive in the same way that people are like into an Aragorn who's like maybe not like conventionally the same type of attractive, but they're like, oh, he really knows his way around like this specific set of like skills, industry knowledge. So like that's a pretty big thing. There is someone that I have recently introduced that is designed to be unconventionally beyond conventional standards attractive, but no one except for the players have met this person yet. And I didn't do a very good job. I didn't do a very good job of this, and I'll be a little bit vague because I don't want to give any spoilers away. There was someone that the party met in Arc 2 at a certain crossroads that is actually supposed to be designed as a very like pinnacle typical expectation for very impressive, very attractive male presenting character.
Do you
Yes.
want to say anything else so that we know who you're talking about?
At the crossroads in Arc 2, there was an NPC that helped move another NPC to a secondary location.
Okay.
I can definitely help out with this. They have a certain like Prince Charming-esque vibe.
Uh-huh. If Prince Charming, I feel confident saying this, I feel comfortable saying this, if Prince Charming was like, I hate that everything's been given to me, this disgusts me, I need to go earn everything for myself, I relinquish all ties, but stayed hot and somehow became even hotter because of their personal choices, yeah, then that's what that person is.
Now I want to jump here. Thank you so much for posing this question. In order.
The lady with the blonde in her hair. Yes.
Oh, I really like her too.
You know what? That's good.
Go, Silas.
No. Oh, well, are we doing Silas's opinion?
Sure. Yes. Whichever you want.
That one I'm not going to answer. Thank you for this question. Moving on. Let's see what we have. We have Slide, of course. Of course we have Slide. We have Carl. Very important.
The robot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Robots.
Just
Yeah.
mm-hmm. Yep.
Tulu's carefree attitude, and plumage.
No.
And plumage.
Black,
like Silas's heart.
First of all, I saw that comment. You all conspire against me, and I'm gonna hurt you in emotional ways. I promise.
When it's do you mean like attractiveness or actual like heat?
Like HAWT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hot.
I don't have much opinion. There's one, but I don't know if you'll ever actually speak to him.
Oh, he's hot.
There was one, and you technically saw him. It was in one of the specials, in a certain skyboat, and he was up in the sky, present and not burning your vampire friend. There's that one. You haven't met him yet.
True.
I don't know if you will. That's up to Roger.
That is true. That did happen. He was hot.
That's gonna be a god. Maddie knows all the gods.
I can't say no. I think in that Vala. The way that a siren is supposed to be. I mean, like from an objective standpoint, Vala. Let me think. One more.
Bala Dureko. That's a good one.
Yeah.
They got really creeped out by her. So I was planning to do so much more with the priestesses of Marinel, but it was just the characters that this party created were so averse to the concepts of like death and loss so early on that the priestesses of Marinel was like an unsuspected kryptonite that I wasn't ready for, because I had a whole bunch of shit written for them, and then we like just never did it. Not to like jump on your wagon here, Maddie, but I still think about that.
Why would I possibly
Ilias.
be averse to that?
What did you
He's both Ilias.
Oh, Ilias Adrauth, the high priest of
And
all.
also one you guys kind of it's weird from. He's
They do it
he
again.
was the one who spoke to you at the Temple of Arl, the blind
Yeah, the bandaged.
speaker. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh,
Those are my three.
those were good characters.
That third one was probably more of a temperature consideration of hot. I know that doesn't count, but
He
I
runs
think it
hot,
did
yeah.
go without saying we were purposely excluding party members.
Yeah. Nope.
oh no, all the party members are beautiful. I feel like that would be an unfair comparison.
That
So
was part of the rules for character creation, actually.
It was.
everybody,
I locked the attractive slider on all of their characters.
Now, I did see one more question. Yeah, exactly here.
Wait, I didn't answer my hot people.
Oh, please
sorry.
go ahead.
Yeah, Drew, obviously. Torrent, obviously.
Obviously.
Drew.
And Drew again.
And Drew's dad. Drew, Tor, and Drew's dad.
That's weird, Roger.
All right, now we've got this question.
Now we got the question. It's yours.
All right, I'll go ahead and read it out, and I'll let you guys answer first. Kate said, remember the question, going back now, what is a single moment that stands out to you as a moment that you struggled with balancing your own response while trying to stay in character? And I want to start this actually with Roger. When you are playing an NPC, what is the closest we've come to breaking you?
Karnath has always been really easy to play, so Karnath doesn't usually break because Karnath gets to be just like raw and unfiltered. So usually I get to just say whatever I want, and it's usually coming from like be really kind. So that's not usually breaking or funny. 99% of the time as Torrent, the same way. Torrent, I just get to say all the passive aggressive things that I've always actually wanted to say in my real life. So like that's really easy as well. There is something that happened recently that was it wasn't like a balancing my response to character response, but it was so funny to me in the moment that I couldn't say it without breaking. That happened in a very recent episode, so I can't spill the beans, but there was a lot of characters got close with Torrent, and that was one really big thing. In a way, yes, that's true. It is my intrusive thoughts. I think the best actual answer to this question would be interesting. Probably Lord Drukari Esters. And it's not about me breaking, but I always knew that I was going to try to like pursue from the, if you go back to watch the very first episodes, and the very first thing that I introduce Drew to Ireless is that he's the only person that like saw her and observed her and like was kind to her. I always knew I was going to try to like push and force some type of like romantic angle there. But when things got much more complicated, I started to really struggle with like, okay, he is kind of dealing with the loss of family. Not exactly, but kind of. He's coming into a whole bunch of new responsibilities. He's young for a half elf, and he's now thrown into something that he doesn't know how to handle or manage. And he's maybe having like his first like romantic fling that he's ever actually been allowed to have. And so like I was trying to make good decisions as a DM for how he needs to manage the house and the like law and the legal ramifications that are coming up. But then also Roger just wants to play in the sandbox of like, ooh, what happens if they kiss? You know what I mean? Like And so that's been very hard for me.
I remember a moment in the tavern in Port Haven when you had me make a roll when I was talking to Drew, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. Yeah, Roger didn't want to make the decision on his own.
I didn't. I was deciding if he was going to stay and help you all, or if he was going to attempt to push you all away.
Yep.
And to create distance so he could go be the best, like, pseudo lord that he needed to be. And then that's what ended up happening. But I didn't know how he was going to react to what was currently happening because of all the, feelings are complicated.
Yeah.
So I think that's my best answer for that.
Kate?
I don't have one yet. I need to think a little more.
I can answer, and it's kind of like a cop-out answer because it's not a specific instance. I struggle a lot with Silas's quiet contemplation with a lot of scenarios and interpersonal stuff. I usually play very charismatic, like forward center characters in my home games, and that stuff comes a lot easier for me. Playing a more like comic, lighthearted character, and I've got to explore a lot more different themes with Silas. So I think that those come to a head quite frequently. But I would say early on, it was definitely anything to do with masked parties. I struggled with.
I think that there's not a single moment that stands out for me. But I'm playing someone with low int, and my like default state as a human is not there. So I think that like
Yeah, you're incredibly smart.
well, thanks.
I think so.
Keeping theories and stuff and like big puzzly thoughts out of my character is something that I have to do all the time. I get to have a lot of side chat with Noah. If I'm actually like scooting back from the mic and then talking to Noah, it's a theory or a dirty joke.
Can I touch on that though for a moment? I think you and I are in a similar spot with how we portray our characters, both being low int but high like wisdom. So I think you've done a great job, and a couple of times I've taken notes how you handle situations to how I kind of want to play them in the future. Of it might not be like the most studious answer or like, oh, I actually know this thing, but just I think wisdom is connecting experiences of life to make a whole. And yeah.
That's beautiful, Adam.
It is. And you know what's not beautiful? Chelsea's notebook.
I think it's a cursed item. I got lore on that.
Lord Chelsea. Lord MILF of the Deep.
Kate, I do not try to keep a straight face for dirty jokes. So
Look who it is.
hey,
Hello, Andy.
hey, Andy. That's what she said.
Wait, was that a MILF of the Deep joke?
I think it was. Andy didn't even realize it. Yeah.
You guys are too funny.
Andy doesn't even know the deep lore.
You guys are
What'd
too
you say,
funny.
Maddie?
I said they're too funny. I'm often dying in a corner, and they can confirm that because they can see me.
If I don't see Maddie try to hide their face, I feel like we failed.
Yeah. Yeah, we've done something wrong with that recording.
Maddie, I specifically try to get you to break in character when you're playing Akubina, so you're welcome.
Mission accomplished, because there's a lot of times when I end up laughing halfway through an answer when I'm not supposed to.
Hey, that happens quite a bit. Don't worry about it. It's in fact par for the course.
I'm trying. So even like with the off-camera call thing, I try so hard to keep a smooth face, and you mentioned
Maddie.
movie theater. I'm like, I don't.
Maddie, don't ruin our tech secrets here, Maddie. That was amazing post After Effects content. We paid a lot of money for somebody to put that in there. You weren't just off screen holding a microphone.
Preposterous.
That would be ridiculous and so disgusting and low budget.
There's a question for Maddie in the chat.
Ooh.
Oh. Yes.
Yes.
I like when I was giving a lot of the explanations to everybody, or there's a more emotionally charged moment like what happened with Joe. I had a hard time keeping her speech slower, because I want to get the words out. I want to get the information to you. And it's a thing that's on the inside really exciting for me to be able to share with you guys when you get more lore. But then I have to remember I'm presenting this as a character who speaks slowly, also because she physically doesn't speak very fast.
Right.
So it was very difficult, and I went back and listened, and I'm like, oh, I sped up quite a bit in a few of these, and I forgot to drop my register too in a few of them. But yeah, I'll work on it.
I think you did great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's important to remember we do all of this in one take.
Yeah.
It's a raw read.
Yeah.
I honestly, I look very fondly on the Echoina and Melagrin conversations every single time because I don't know. I mean, I enjoy Melagrin, and I'm glad that I don't have to do Melagrin and Echoina. That would have been. I think both characters would have lost something if that were the case. So now that I get to have banter with you as Echoina, such like a calm driving force to his elderly anarchy that he brings to it. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Well, that's 6 people here.
Okay.
Rules be damned.
I'll take
that's go ahead.
How much of their own backstory do the characters know? So I can answer for Silas. I thought I knew everything, and there will come a dream later that was extremely enlightening, in a very frustrating way for how little I actually learned. And I think that's the best way to put that.
I'm sure that none of us know most of our backstory.
For the record, you all wrote amazing backstories, and that was a really good jumping off point.
And you hit yes and.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like the general vibes of the reveals have been on point for me, at least. But there will be times where something comes up in the show, a backstory reveal, and I think this is like an awful lot like a lyric in a song that I put on the character playlist. Are you listening to our playlist, Roger?
I haven't listened to the playlist in probably like over a year.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get through Kennedy's playlist.
That's honestly, that's a real statement. There's like
7
300
days.
years on there. Yeah.
Did Joe know that he had imprisoned Frith?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I will say this, that my theory, I feel like everyone who runs games or plays games like has their own version of this. It's not like this is novel, so I'm certainly not saying that it's clever in any way, but like the characters all wrote really awesome. The players all wrote really awesome backstories, and that's amazing. But then I intentionally wrote stuff in that connected each of them to each other in a different way that they're unaware of. And so a lot of the big twists and reveals, whether it's connections to other gods or other NPCs or other things, we're getting to a point in the story in Arc 3 and definitely by Arc 4 where now we understand why this group happens to all be together, because these three players, these three characters all have a connection to like these one or two things, but you're only like scratching away a little bit of the surface every couple of episodes. It didn't make a lot of sense at the beginning, but it's going to make more sense by the end of this.
Oh, Kate. Oh, Kate. Looking forward to the chat in the next couple of weeks from you.
Yeah, it gets good.
You can reach out if you ever need a moment or somebody to to comfort you.
The process
for what's coming.
You can send cute gifts to hippos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Honestly, real
go
quick,
ahead. Yeah.
I think it's the biggest compliment that people are feeling emotionally affected
Right.
by the story that we're telling. 'Cause that is definitely, I think, what all of our aim is.
Yeah.
And I'm in it to feel. Like, I want to feel as a player. I want to get wrecked. And it's delivering for me. And I'm glad that it's delivering beyond me.
Yeah.
Likewise. That's honestly, even if people are angry, awesome. If people are sad, even better, right? If people are like questioning, like, oh my gosh, if you're trying to pull together red string to make connections to things, it feels so good. So the fact that anybody even has questions and reacts to this stuff is still like blows my mind every single week. I know. You got 17 days to finish it all. Well, Maddie, you helped me write some of this, so don't sell yourself short here.
I shall continue to do so.
Sell yourself short or help me write.
I'll continue to make writing suggestions so long as you feel comfortable taking them.
Yeah.
I think
We have to have our archives. And it's weird that Ben guy came in here and was recommending things for that character he didn't even really know. But I mean, I could probably work something in. Maybe like an 8th staff or something.
Or like an iron rod.
Oh, yeah.
You all had an opportunity to get an iron rod, and you all skipped right over it.
That.
You can thank Enoch for that.
I remember Enoch's introduction. Don't.
That made me laugh so hard listening to that. Like, this was, before I started sitting in. That made me laugh so hard when I was listening to it. Just that whole scene with, what was his name? Channing Tatum, I think.
Channing Tatum.
Channing
Oh,
Tatum.
boy.
Truly some of our best work.
No one listed
I
him
jest.
as a top 3 hottie, but maybe he's an honorable mention.
I don't
Maybe.
think I met Channing.
Yeah, not very many people did.
No.
Oh, and the little, I think it was a kobold in the antique shop that knocked over some stuff, told him to pick it up, and then when she organized it, he was like, no, and slapped her hand. She tried to help him, and she got some cool knickknacks. So
that was cute. Oh, how could we forget the Kai?
Oh, no.
I
The
think
Kai.
that is to rap, actually.
The Kai is eternal. The Kai will return in Arc 3 of the Shifting Realms.
The Kai has returned.
I was trying to think of this one thing, Roger, for this one NPC I worked on for you with a distinctly Australian accent. And then I was thinking of the Kai, unfortunately, because he makes me think of surfing. And then the accent, Kai's accent, started creeping into the Australian accent. I was trying to think of him, like, no.
It's all Kai to me.
Kai frustrates me greatly.
I mean, will he show up again? Absolutely yes. Will he have unique character growth? Also, absolutely yes. Is he pivotal to the saving of the world? Absolutely not. But he is going to be fun. He's going to have a good time.
Pivotal growth doesn't mean positive growth.
Exactly. I know exactly what I said.
if you guys get a beach house, he's taking that. You get a house in the mountains, he's taking that too.
Fact. I can confirm everything Maddie has just said. Every plot of land that you all purchase, the Kai is going to come and take and move in on. That place that you all, yeah, I can't get too specific, but any land that you acquire or buildings that you acquire, the Kai's going to open an Airbnb there.
Oh man. Actually, Frith. Oh boy, that's the hottest
Using
take
biscuits.
we've had.
It is the hot take.
The Kai is actually Frith. All things in balance.
What's it? Balance has been locked. Balance has been locked away. The Kai has no balance.
Yeah.
The Kai has no chill.
I do actually have a question, location and business wise. Is Fananigans a singular establishment, or does it have like a chain all
It's a
over the
franchise.
place?
It's a
Okay,
franchise.
it's a franchise.
It's an in-world franchise.
I'm just wondering
Fanatics.
if they climb a mountain in Frostholm, is there just going to be a Fananigans on the
Yeah.
mountaintop?
Maybe like a
When you're
Fananigans.
here, you're distantly
Here.
related.
Yeah, it's Fananigans Express. Yeah.
I had no idea it was here. I've never been.
Yeah, I think they'll probably see more Fananigans because I think it's funny, and I also love the concept of Fananigans, and I love the fact that there's a loyalty program, and I love the fact that Icarus is part of it. So that's like, that's what's important to me.
Frostholm branch has salted herring in their scorpion bowl.
Maybe they do.
Why not?
Maybe they do. We'll never know. We will know soon. We'll know very soon.
The fish will
And
get
now-
gold, and so will the people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually pretty possible and probable. Rye crackers on the side. Yeah, also true. Now, we're a little bit over an hour. I'm glad that we had some good questions. I'm glad that we had some good conversation. Just wrapping up with like a stinger for our big update is, as a reminder, we're probably going to take a little bit of a hiatus here for like the next 4 or 5 at maximum, like 6 weeks for some of our posting. But really what this means is we're just trying to make sure that we get the best possible setup, the best possible location, do as many of the renovations as we possibly need to get this space taken care of so that the quality of the product that you are used to receiving from us doesn't change. The story is going to be amazing. The characters are going to be amazing. The players are going to be amazing. Now it's up to me and this team to make sure that the space that we're going to be existing in will also be amazing. So thanks for your understanding. Thanks for your patience. We'll still be chilling, having conversations. We're still going to be recording, so the content continues, even if we take just a smidge of a break. But this serves as us giving you a little bit of an FYI and an update instead of just going radio silent. So hopefully you get caught up on episodes if you're still working your way through Arc 2. And by the time that we get everything taken care of here and we're ready to start dropping those new episodes, you will be proudly and ready and excited to step into Arc 3 with all of us. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for the questions. And have a good night, everybody. See you later.
Au revoir.